5 years ago, I was diagnosed with a disease that I learned I had had my entire life. The day I got my diagnosis, everything started to make sense. The kidney stones, the migraines, my low immune system, chronic stomach pain, was all tied together in one disease. My motivation for sharing this with you today is hopefully educating you and giving you information that you can display and share with other people. And hopefully that can help you, a loved one, or a friend. My second motivation for doing this today, of course, is that I was diagnosed with this disease 5 years ago, so it's really close to my heart. Celiac disease, also known as celiac sprue, is a gastrointestinal disease that is the #1 misdiagnosed intestinal disorder in the world. According to the book A Personal Touch on Celiac Disease, written by people touched with celiac, nearly 1 in every 133 Americans have celiac disease, diagnosed or not. Today I will be sharing with you what celiac disease really is, how to maintain celiac disease, and the long-term effects that it can have on your body if it goes undiagnosed. First, let's take a look at what celiac really is. According to the website celiac.org, celiac is a lifelong digestive disorder affecting children and adults. When people with celiac disease eat something that contains gluten or they're allergic to, it creates an immune-mediated toxic reaction that causes damage to the small intestine and does not allow food to properly absorb. So, in your intestine, you have these things called villi, and they stick up. They line your intestinal wall and they stick up, and when food gets into your stomach, it grabs things out and it absorbs nutrients so that it can keep your body healthy, you won't get malnourished, and you won't get sick very often. So when people who have celiac eat something that they are allergic to, like wheat, gluten, barley, rye, or oats, these villi on the lining of your intestine, they lay flat. So you get malnourished because they're not picking out all those nutrients. So people who have celiac and they eat something they're allergic to can get malnourished very quickly, and when they get sick, it comes really fast. So it can be really, really hard. The symptoms of having celiac, they range from having kidney stones to a rash that can show up on your neck or your stomach. You can get migraines that are very intense, chronic stomach pain, constipation, diarrhea, and you can have unexplained anemia and unexplained early osteoporosis. And there are many more symptoms. They just vary with different people. Also, some people might not have the symptoms the day that they're born. A lot of people who have celiac, there is a trigger. So, if you have celiac and you don't have any symptoms and something happens to you later in life to trigger something like stress, a huge change in your life, and then you start having symptoms, that's usually how it goes. So I didn't start having symptoms until probably I was in elementary school, which could have been triggered by maybe my parents' divorce or something else that happened big in my life. Secondly, I would like to talk to you about the management of celiac disease. First step after being diagnosed is to find awesome resources. You can't always rely on your doctor to give you the information that you need. An amazing resource is a book called The Gluten-Free Gourmet. It gives you a lot of awesome recipes that are healthy, quick, easy, and gluten-free, so they won't make your stomach. The Gluten-Free Gourmet is a book that I like to use, and in the back of the book is a very helpful list of foods to stay away from and foods you can have in your life. So it's a very great resource to have around. The gluten-free diet sounds really scary because you think gluten, wheat, they're in everything. But the more you start looking around, the more you realize that it's everywhere. I go to Fred Meyer's, and New Season's a market of choice. Fred Meyer's is where I frequently go, and I know a lot of people that go there too, and they have a gluten-free section. You can get pastries, bread, crackers, chips, all the yummy stuff that you like to have every single day, but just gluten-free. So there's a lot of amazing stores out there that provide that service too. The social aspect of having celiac can be really hard because you never know what you're eating if you go out to eat. But a really great thing that you can do is you go online and you look at the restaurant you want to go to, and usually they have a gluten-free menu online. But you never really know what you're eating because you're not the one that's preparing the food. So if you have ever get a reaction from somewhere you go, then don't ever go there again. Lastly, I would like to talk to you about the long-term effects of having celiac disease if it goes undiagnosed. An estimated 2 million people go undiagnosed each year in the United States alone. That having celiac disease, and because of the damage it causes to your intestines when you eat something that you're allergic to, it can lead to stomach cancer, which you can also get Crohn's disease, which is also an intestinal disorder. And that can lead to having your intestines removed and having a colostomy bag, which is not very sweet. So, it'd be nice to get diagnosed. And all it takes is one little blood test, and then you know. The quality of life after going on a gluten-free diet and having celiac for so many years has just been amazing. You feel better, you walk better, you feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders and you no longer have pain, and everything is just awesome. So if you have any of those symptoms, I highly recommend getting tested. So today I talked with you about what celiac disease really is, how to maintain the disease, and what happens if you don't get diagnosed and you have long-term effects. I hope I have opened everyone's eyes on the seriousness of celiac disease and how easy it is to be maintained, how common it really is, and how scary it can be and what it can lead to if it goes undiagnosed. Thank you.